What's going on, guys? Don with Life After Serving, and as we head into 2023, I want to talk on goals and having a vision. Some of you may know I run a business in the software industry and real estate investing community. We've been able to build and grow that over the last 7 years to produce millions in revenue, and that's something that just doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen by chance or luck, and I want to kind of share what that took and what that looks like. If you have questions, feel free to reach out, and I'll share some things that it's been a part of this. So in the back here, you can see I've got a cardboard trifold, and part of that is the vision board that I recommend putting together every year. Simple little trifold that you can get from Walmart and print off the pictures that are a part of your goals and your why. What's pushing you to have what you want to have at the end of the year. Some of the achievements, some of the goals, and what that looks like. So here we go. Let's talk through some of the stuff that I wrote down. Few things that I'd recommend is that you hand write this down in a journal and write down what your ideal day, week, month, and year would look like. Now, once you write down what that ideally looks like, then you understand kind of what the goals need to be. You want to start with the big goal of, in a year, where am I going to be at? I would keep it to 3 to 5 goals, and then break those down in 90-day windows, 30-day windows, and then 7-day windows. And as you kind of work through your days, obviously you're working towards those 7-day weekly goals. The 7-day weekly goals meet up to the 30-day and then the 90-day and so on and so forth. And so part of that is you're going to have morning routines, evening routines. And so I'm going to talk through what that looks like for me. And obviously you can make some adjustments to this, but this is just an example. Morning routine, writing down what you're thankful for or grateful for in the journal. Now, that's going to typically be 3 things for me, and even if it repeats on a couple days, that's okay. You need to have some positivity every morning. What are you grateful for? What are you thankful for? Even when you're having roadblocks and some negative things pop up and things aren't going as planned, you definitely have some things to be grateful for. So writing those down, reminding those are going to put those in the self-conscious and subconscious, I should say. So keep that in mind. Number 2, what's important for you today? What are your intentions for today? And then write 3 to 5 to-dos. And then the remaining 30 minutes, you're going to do some reading. And I like to do some audibles or actual reading of books that are around business, personal growth, etc. If you need some examples, I will provide some. And then evening routine, you're going to be checking in every night. Are you making progress towards your goals? How can you do better? What are the challenges that you faced? How can you overcome them? And then what can you do to improve on them? So that's going to be kind of what you're writing down morning and evening. You're checking in with yourself, making sure that you're reaching or at least moving the needle to get to those goals. Equally important on these goals, you're not just writing the stuff down every day. Obviously, that's not going to get you where you need to be. You need to have them not only written down, but you need to have some measurables. So they need almost what we call a KPI or key performance indicator that you can track. Example, on a personal side of things, I want to have at least 2 date nights every month with my wife. I want to have at least 30 minutes each night where I put down the electronics, put down the phone, and I'm just hanging out with my kids and giving them my full attention. So you should be checking in with yourself, writing this in your journal, making sure you're telling, did that happen, did it not, what came in your way, how can you overcome it? Hint, one of the things that I wrote down, you are going to have bad days, you are going to potentially have bad weeks. You need to be able to adapt and overcome, as we say in the Marine Corps, and adjust as you go, adjust fire. With that, obviously, successfully completing the goals will build on momentum and mindset needed to get to your year-end accomplishments that you're looking for. So, as you're writing this stuff down, make sure that your weekly stuff that you're checking in with is what you should be doing, meaning your 3 to 5 to-dos that you're putting in shouldn't be your ADD taking off and going and doing just random things that caught your attention for the day. Now, do I have days that happen? Absolutely. Being somebody that has ADD and as I think a lot of entrepreneurs were constantly wanting to go chase other opportunities, you need to be able to answer to yourself at night why you went off track, how can you overcome it, and how do you get yourself back on track. And so some days you're going to have to do obviously more hours than you do on other days. And if you spent time the day before doing things you weren't supposed to, the next day is going to be a little bit painful. and you've got to figure out that, hey, that's part of the game. You didn't do the work the one day or didn't do the things that you were supposed to do. Now it's time to pay the second day. And as long as you're getting yourself back on track, you're getting to your goals that were important to you, and that's how you get at the end of the year and have something that you can be proud of and accomplished. Now, with that said, do I always hit my 3 to 5 goals every year? No, I don't. But if I can say that I hit 3 out of the 5 or 4 out of the 5, you know what? I'm pretty damn happy with that year. And so those are the things that I would just say, make sure that what you're working towards is important to you. And when things get hard, you can push through. If it's not something that's super important to you, it's just a nice to have, you're not going to push through. So you need to make sure that there's something that's important there for you. Obviously, I talked about having just a simple journal. Yes, there are some complicated things that you can buy off of the internet and Amazon that will have you writing all over different places. Just keep it simple for now. Get yourself a lined paper and write through the journal, 3-ring binder, etc., or spiral binder. If you're the app type, there's something called Goals with an S, goalswizard.com. There's an app both on the iPhone and Droid. Another one is Strides with an S, STRIDES, Strides app. That's another one where you can write these goals and check in with yourself on your phone. Now, yes, you can do it on your phone. I'm going to tell you, I would still recommend that you do it in a journal and writing. There's something about writing it in writing by hand that gets it in your subconscious a lot more so than typing it out on your phone. So those are the things that I've been able to do. Consistently doing the morning routine, the evening routine, and having goals and tracking them with metrics that you can see that's being done. There's something to be said about that. And it gets you to a point where if you're hanging around people that want you to complete your goals and you're networking with people that are doing some of the things that you're wanting to do, you can't help but not grow. Even if you're not 100% achieving what you wanted to, you're growing. Your education is growing, and things that you're learning you can build upon. And that's how I've been able to grow my business, hanging around people that want to grow, hanging around people that are doing things that I want to do, and doing some things that are much bigger than I even want to do. But that being said, I do want to say something around that. So there's going to be some people that want to be the $10 million, $100 million man, woman, etc. And if that's what you want to be, good for you. That's not what I want to be. For me, it's something where I want to be able to wake up and do what I want and have time freedom, go on vacations if I want, hang out with my kids if I want, go fishing, go for a ride in my hot rods, etc. That's what I've been able to do with my business because of having the time freedom. That's more important to me. You can't buy back time. So you can have all the money in the world, but without your time freedom, if you're running around with your head cut off, that just wasn't for me. And you know what? I made the mistake the first couple of years. I was trying to be that, trying to have the big team and have all the big dollar things, the Lamborghinis and all the crazy stuff. I got a couple hot rods, a couple cool cars, but I don't need all the big fancy high dollar stuff for me. I'd rather have the time freedom. So with that said, if you do have questions, concerns around the stuff as you're kind of going through and growing through it, feel free to reach out, lifeafterserving.com, Life After Serving YouTube channel, or we have lifeafterserving@gmail.com. You can certainly reach out that way. Love to hear some of your goals and achievements that you're looking for. If I can help in any way, please reach out. All right, take care, guys.